What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If it's your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. Please like it, subscribe it, send it to a friend, leave a comment down below for the algorithm. Man, so happy. Right now, I am in Atlanta. Last night I played Durham. Tonight I'm in Atlanta. And then tomorrow I do Charleston. Not Charlestown, like Boston. Charleston, South Carolina. I go back, then I go back out and about. I do New York and Philly. I do San Diego, San Francisco, and Phoenix. I do Boston. We got 4 shows in Boston. And then 4 final shows. I'm taping my special at the end of this tour in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Go to andrewsantino.com for those tickets. andrewsantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean him once again today. It is Ari Shaffir. Ari has a new special. It is out right now on Netflix, and the title of the special is
America's Sweetheart.
America's Sweetheart.
Yeah, that's what I am.
I watched
Most
it.
likable man in
I
comedy.
watched your special.
That's crazy. No, you didn't.
Yeah, they sent me a.
Not that they sent you. You watched it?
I did watch it.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. Why is that crazy? What do you mean? It's you. Yeah, you know what? I take it back.
Oh, yeah.
I usually don't watch Friends specials. That is very true. But I did want to see, because I was at your last taping, your last special.
That's right. I don't have it with me. You're
What?
in the, I just made the vinyl. You're in there.
Really?
Yeah, us all drinking and
Wait, I
talking.
did see online. You pressed only so many
1,000.
vinyls?
Yeah.
1,000?
Uh-huh.
They're all gone already?
No, there's still a few.
On arishafir.com?
Yeah.
Good plug. Go buy the album right now. But please, seriously, go watch America's Sweetheart on Netflix right now. It's available all over
Yeah,
the
you
world.
weren't the last with that. What a joy. You showing up.
It was beautiful,
With
man.
Road Dogg?
Yeah, it was such a happy accident, too, because I think I had to leave New York the next day. And then I was like, no, I think I'm going to stay. I want to stay and watch this because it was so fun. And it was so beautifully done. And this one, also, visually, it's gorgeous. It's cool. It's different. You're still you, which is
I'm still me.
You
the
can't
piece
get
of
away
shit,
from
but
that.
I want to surround it with like
Beauty.
like, literally flowers to like hide the
it's
shit.
beautiful, dude. It was really pretty. It was very well done.
Thanks.
Let's talk about some inside baseball real fast.
Okay.
Just you and me. This is more for us than it is for the pod.
Okay.
But I saw you at the cellar, and you walked in with a friend. We won't say names.
Okay.
You walked in with a friend.
I probably don't know who it is, but yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I will soon, but long COVID.
You
or
walked
the
in with a
vaccine has taken
friend
away my-
into the cellar. I was in the booth. You guys said hi. You didn't know that I said hi. He walked by.
Long-haired friend?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he fucked me off a little bit. Like, he gave me the finger as he walked by me, and I didn't like it. And then he came back to the table. Then you were with him, and he tried to say hi, but then I fucked him off.
You
and
were
I
like,
could,
nah, it's too late
I
now.
could tell it bothered him a little bit. He didn't say anything to you, did he?
Officially, no. Unofficially, quite a bit.
Good. Fuck yeah. It was funny the way he flicked me off, and he did like a very like fuck you, and I was like, okay, all right. So then he came back, and I was like, fuck
He loves you, though.
I love him
He
too.
likes you.
Well, I like him.
I couldn't say he loves you because I don't really know that, but I know he likes you.
Mm.
Loves is another thing.
Oh, like I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love you.
Yeah, it's love.
But there's oh, there you are.
At the inside of the record.
Oh, that is? That's
That's a sleeve.
awesome. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
that's us drinking the Kaulale, I think 25. or
20.
18.
Yeah, that was.
I had
that's
this
right.
bottle that I bought to celebrate. Then the fucking world went haywire. Mine
That's
first,
so
then the whole.
crazy.
So I had to like keep it in storage for a while, and then finally I was like, I'm breaking this fucking bottle out
Mhm.
when it's time.
Did you finish it that night?
Yeah, we finished it that night, and woke up the next morning with my head in the dog bed, the dog off on the couch.
Love that.
Think everything's grand. I wonder if Beyonce that happens to her too if she gets tuned up.
She gets so
If
wrecked.
she falls asleep with her sock around her dick.
She got that removed.
Oh,
That's gone.
Wow.
And cheers to Beyonce.
Beyonce.
To Beyonce and America's Sweetheart. Here he is. Just a little sip. Mm. Mm-hmm.
You love whiskey.
I love whiskey. Yeah. It's the only thing I actually really
Can tell differences.
I like that you can tell when something tastes different, where when somebody goes, this is a good gin. I'm like, I can't tell you that's a good gin.
Yeah, whenever I get like a tequila or something, what kind of tequila? I'm like, what's a good one?
Yeah, what is the good? I don't
sell
know.
me out, but
Yeah.
just give me like a decent one, not like something rare, but like don't embarrass me at the same time.
Fortaleza.
Fortaleza.
That one's pretty
Not
good.
a rum.
Fortaleza is a good tequila. But I just feel like I can tell which. Look, I can't be like, this one's worth this much money. But
No.
I can go, I like the way this.
Some of that's just in the rarity too.
Right.
Less bottles means more price. But like you're also like, I know the difference. It might not be better or worse, but I can tell you like, oh, that's a pedio one. Cool.
Right. Or this tastes more like a, well, because bourbon always has like
Bourbon
a
has
sweet profile, or some of them are sweeter than others. You can tell, right away.
You know my house drink, the Godfather? We have a major one.
What is this?
It's pretty much 1 part blended scotch and 1 part amaretto or whatever slice of orange. It's Brando's drink.
Ooh.
And they serve it a lot in South America. They call it Padron.
What's it called?
The Padron, the Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah, and if you ask a
Padron.
bartender, some will know, some will like, I can look that up. It's pretty much 1-to-1. But if it's bourbon, it's way too sweet.
Right. Well, because the what do you call it? What did I just say? Not amaretto.
Juice.
Well, they fucked up everything.
Yeah.
But because that makes it too, it's
Too
way
sweet.
too,
So you
way
need
too
something
sweet.
to cut. You need a touch of
You've
peat.
never made me that at your house. Every time I come over to your house, it's always a pump and dump.
Yeah.
It's always a grinder pump and dump. By the way, I learned about that. Mateo taught me about a brand new site.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, he taught me about a new site that's not Grinder. I don't remember the name.
It's it makes Grindr look the way Vegas makes it, and like the way Monaco makes Atlantic City
I
look.
have to ask him what it's called because it blows my mind. The website had
Their world is out of control.
so jealous, dude. So
they
jealous.
had a little blip of AIDS, and now that that's gone, they're back to
Dude, they're back in full effect.
debauch.
He
Is
actually
it
showed
Archer?
it, huh?
Is it Archer?
No, but it's a little picture of a guy, sometimes just a penis in Midtown,
Yeah.
but it'll tell you all the things he wants. Hold on, here's Mateo.
Calling you back in
No, just
No,
tell me,
wait.
Mateo, hold on. Tell me what the name of that website is that we looked up with Nick. What's it called?
The website. Oh, Sniffies.
Sniffies. Thanks, buddy. I love you.
Thanks, Mateo.
Bye. Sniffies, dude.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. Bring up Sniffies. You can see it. It's amazing. It is like a billion little dots all over New York, and they tell you exactly what they want. Can you imagine?
Breaking it down even further. That's what you want to
Yes,
do. Not just
specificity.
like, is there a gay guy here? That's so yesterday.
So gone, dude. Give me the real deal. Do you like to be spit on?
Having to sign it.
You should sign in. You don't have an account? Get an account, dude. You'll want one.
What do you want? A Google account?
No, he has to sign in too,
You
Sniffies.
can make an anonymous.
Oh, really?
You can make an anonymous account though.
Why would you though? How are you going to attract the dudes you like?
Yeah, dude. Put up a photo. But him and Nick were showing me breakdown. Like, it's so intricate.
So like, what can you get? What can you?
Here's what I liked about
choose?
the new community. It was
The new community.
well because now the Sniffies community, they have a ton more acronyms than I've ever seen before.
Oh.
Because acronyms are everything. You know, if it's like who's like choke but something, he'll show you all of them.
Choke but not too hard.
Yeah, choke but soft.
Bruise me.
Little CBS, yeah. P&D, pump and dump is a real thing.
Pump. And then dump.
But leave. They want you. That means they want you to leave. That means they don't want to talk. So this is like selecting an Uber. You know, when you're like not in for conversation. You literally, the pump and dump guys. Nick said to me, they get in there, and then the moment they're done, they have to leave.
That's almost what everybody wants, though.
I know.
I had a girlfriend starting comedy, and you recording? Let's start recording. Actually, we might use this.
Yeah.
And for my birthday, she's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Okay, I want a blowjob, and then no words. You take off for work, not a
Wow.
single word to completion blowjob, and then go." And then she just started dying laughing. She was like, "That's what you want?" I'm like, complete lack of contact. Yes, I want
Yeah,
silence,
stranger danger.
solitude.
Yeah, I just want gone, and then
Pump.
we both think about it the rest of the day. What a
then
nice
dump.
thing to have on the brain. A little pump and
Yeah.
dump. But the Sniffies, oh, she's still loading.
still loading.
But he showed us the map. Well,
The
there's a lot of
computer's
users.
like this. There's going to be not the right kind of virus.
Yeah. Imagine all the tracking that's being done now to your computer.
Oh yeah.
You're on a list. Trump is going to get it. We're taking down the gays from Sniffies. You're going down, dude. But it was funny to watch how specific it got because I thought, man, it's got to be so liberating to be like, hey, man, I don't want to play this game of
I
like,
want to play this game.
nah, I just want what I want, and you want what you want. If we can connect on this, it's great. Consensual, go home. Over. Pump and dump and take a walk. He
This is
also,
what Hasidic Jews do when they go on a first date. They go, "How many kids do you want? Do you want to live in Israel or not?" And if you don't line up pretty close,
what are your answers?
whatever you want, I'm into it. That's how I same thing about vaccines and stuff. And no matter what you said, I'm like, I know, right?
I know.
They're
I
crazy.
know. They are, dude.
I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to get involved in these dumb conversations.
Did you ever go on a date with a Hasidic chick?
No, but that was like they set up dates. Public places, synagogues, not synagogues, airports, stuff like that. This is the old days when you could.
Airports?
Yeah, before like
When you could get
9/11.
to the gate before the...
Yeah.
Wait, you'd meet in the airport at like a restaurant or a coffee
Yeah,
shop?
public.
Because it's safe.
All you're trying to do is get your first things down, maybe do a little talking,
Right.
and then you go home and you tell the person who set you up if you want to go out with them again or not.
Whoa.
So you'd be like, hey, they were cool. I want to go out with them again. And you're like, okay, let me call back tomorrow. And they're like, so it's over. They don't want to go back with you.
It's that easy.
And you go, okay. Find me another wig. It's that easy.
It's that easy.
Yeah, and then no sex or anything. But if you're like,
No sex till
I
marriage?
want to have only one kid, but I also want to live in Israel, and they're like, no, they want to have like 7 kids. No way.
Would you ever live in Israel?
Yeah, Israel rules.
Would you live now? Right now? You go there now?
Oh, you're getting the fake news.
No, no, no.
Israel's safe. Gaza's not so safe.
Well, that's where we wanna
Gaza's
live. That's where
troubling.
we're trying to live. I want to
Oh,
move
really?
to Gaza. Well, there's a 1-bed, 1-bath there I've been looking at. It keeps getting wrecked, so I'm like waiting for the rebuild.
It's a fixer upper. It's a continuous fixer upper.
It's a fixer downer, to be honest with you. It's so sad. It's a big downer.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, would you genuinely, because I know how much you travel and disappear.
Yeah. Oh,
Would you ever really consider like going there for life?
take out comedy?
Yeah.
Anywhere you go,
Yeah,
you
when
gotta
you're
take out
done.
comedy.
Yeah, when you're done, which we hope is soon.
Damn it, Andrew.
No, seriously though, if you're like, dude, I'm tired. I'm in my mid 60s, my late 60s.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
completely.
over it.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, for sure. Israel rules. There's like 50 countries I would do. Berlin, I would really want to go to.
Berlin's rad.
Mexico City. Those are probably the top 2.
You speak Spanish?
Uno.
Don't say un poquito. I'm gonna flip my shit.
Uno.
Don't do it. No, but so what's number 1 on the map then? If you're like, I do have to dip out.
Right now,
Uh-huh.
Berlin. I could disappear there, and I could just get the shakes on drugs.
What about the Netherlands? You like Amsterdam?
Amsterdam is very cool. Probably best comedy scene in Europe, to be honest.
So that would be an alternative if you're like, I'll just
Yeah.
stay doing comedy. The schedule's not as heavy. Obviously, you're doing it less.
You could like,
But you're bouncing
go-
around.
Yeah, you take trains. It's a 3-hour train to London.
Yeah, but
From
you take
Amsterdam.
right. But that's a long night for comedy.
Stay there for the night.
I guess, yeah. Do a couple. Yeah, that's
3
what I mean.
hours though, but it's like boom, boom. There's not like a 2-hour trip to the airport.
Right.
You're right downtown, then go.
And that's true.
Get out, cab to your.
Worst city for comedy.
Ooh, good question.
Worst city for
Oh,
comedy.
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, you thought it'd be somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
No, it's Miami.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're dumb.
Hands down, Miami.
They're dumb. Yeah, it's
Not Fort Lauderdale.
oh, no,
Miami.
Miami.
Right, because
They're
Fort Lauderdale is a different
self-important.
audience.
They're too literal. Marcelo helped me break this down a little bit. They're literal, so they find super funny a man in a dress. Like, that's crazy because he's not supposed to have one on. And they value the dumbest stuff. They just
Yeah.
want to like pay money to sit up front and then not listen. They don't. They're just a bad
Who is it? Who is Miami?
Cubans, cokeheads,
Love.
and it's not a great combo. And it's not all Cubans. It's the Cubans who left, who was fucking up Cuba,
Are
who left and
is
were like,
it
we'll
any
be right back.
Cuban cokeheads? Are there
Oh,
any? All 3?
yeah.
You ever hit the home run?
No, I had a lady turn her seat away from me last time I
Love
was there at
that,
Big
dude.
J.
The
She was so
disrespect
mad
is
on a
great.
school shooting joke. She literally turned. She was starting to heckle, and her husband was like, "Stop! Like, it's not. I already know that's not going to be good." So she's like, she aggressively texted with her back to me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I was
so
like, I
funny.
let it.
It's actually
Yeah.
a cool move.
Yeah,
To put your back and still be on your phone is rad. It's
Yeah.
a big fuck you. So Miami's your number 1
yeah. It's the first city I turned down money when I desperately needed it. I was like, actually, no.
because you refuse.
I was like, I wouldn't do it if it was $10,000. And Ed Brooke was like, oh, it's $300. But
No, dude,
good to know though.
10,000?
Yeah.
No. It's $300, dude. And you have to pay your own way, and your own hotel. It's your own travel. I've had some just.
Wait, what's the one for you? Where's the worst?
Well, I just did New Orleans, and although I loved the people that showed up, it was such a hard sell.
It's a hard draw.
It's just a hard sell. You're like, who's coming? I don't know. Where are you guys?
It's a festival town.
Such a It's
They need a
it's-
club, but they need a small one.
You need a tiny club to build up something. I talked to Norman about that. It's like
Norman
so
and Sean.
music. Any musician goes there, they're like, it's great.
Yeah.
Comics go, you're like, where are we? What? How come nobody
Go to the
wants to?
casino by the fucking nowhere. It's just
There's
like
too much freedom there. That's like Vegas. It's
Vegas,
too much
exactly.
freedom.
But Vegas is now, you can play Vegas.
You can only because now it's started to become comedy centric. There's so many clubs. people know. They go,
And
hey,
also, yeah.
on Friday we'll go see a comedy show. Saturday we'll go to dinner.
Yeah, right. When you go, it's like that's one of the things.
It
you
is
do,
now.
Instead of seeing some dumb fucking dancers with boas on. Oh, isn't this crazy? Oh my God, let's do it.
That's the Miami man in a dress. They're wearing a dress. The
Yeah.
guy is in a dress.
No, Vegas has such entertainment that you would never want to do, but you're like, it's in Vegas. They just sell you the idea that it's important.
Yeah.
Hey, let's fucking blow a Smurf and then fucking dance on fucking trash cans.
I do like that
I'm
show.
mixing up a couple
That
of
is
them,
a
but-
good show. No, I always used to say, why would people see me in Vegas? Because the Beatles were on rollerblades down the street. It's like, why would they see me? There's such
Yeah.
weird shit there. How could you get their interest to be like, come to a show? To like a comedy show?
Yeah, no way.
No, we're going to go watch some guy get lit on fire.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
What was that?
I don't know.
From the depths?
Bit of a burp.
Tell me that you tie-dyed this yourself.
I did.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're me in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love that. I was
I'm
obsessed.
spaghetti tree string instrument. You.
Yeah,
Whatever they are.
Spaghetti shoestring.
Spaghetti
Shoestring. String cheese. You're string cheese, dude.
Is there another band that's almost the same name as Spaghetti Cheese String Incident? Or whatever it is. What is that band?
String cheese incident.
String Cheese Incident?
Yeah, what's another one that's like it?
There's a brand new, I was like, they've been around for like 20 years. And somebody's like, because I know you told that story
Yeah.
on This Isn't Happening. And they were like, no, this is like a brand new band. They're in their 20s.
String cheese has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be somebody else.
Is there a new iteration where they just keep letting new members come?
Well, I mean, kind of like how the Dead does that. They're right. The Dead is now not the Grateful Dead.
Dead and
They're
Co.
Dead and Company. Yeah.
Me and Renazizi went to go see him. He came Sunday of Bonnaroo.
Uh-huh.
Soder left. He came to redo Bonnaroo because his first one he did was this fucking cunty girlfriend who was just bossing him around. The whole comedy crew was like, let's all go over there. And then we're like, oh, nice, we'll go see. Jay was like, I want to see Slayer. Let's all go see Slayer. And then we turn around and Dan would be a little behind. He goes, oh, let me catch up with you guys. And we're like, oh.
What a bummer, dude.
Yeah, I didn't agree to see that.
Is she the only girlfriend out of all the whole group?
Jay's girlfriend, but she's cool.
She's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't care. She's rad.
Yeah.
That's a huge bummer, dude, to have the girlfriend drag you down and your buddies are like,
Drag
we
you
just want to have fun,
down,
man.
just yelling. I'm like, this isn't the yelling environment. We're
But
not
now
signing
he's
a
got a
mortgage.
rad girlfriend. Now he's got a rad wife.
She's great.
Yeah.
But so we're like, hey, let's go back next year. We'll do one secret show. We'll get them to give us like employee or artist, like
Passes, yeah.
just so we can park our RV.
Mm.
We'll rent one. But he had to leave Sunday. Renazizi came. Went to see Grateful Dead and Company,
Mm-hmm.
and we got too many mushrooms. Me and Steve.
Too
We kept
many?
collapsing on our way to get there.
Oh, boy.
And then we saw right near Humphreys McGee.
Love
sure,
Humphreys
another
McGee.
band of
Yeah,
yours.
they're good. Yeah. I love
yeah.
those dudes.
You come off as black music loving, but you're not.
Black music and jam band are the same thing.
Interesting.
These are the same things.
Interesting.
In the way that black music is so deeply meaningful to the community of black people, that's what jam band is to whites.
Yeah, it means it allows
It
them a
means
place.
something to them.
Yeah. Oh, in that
It
way.
does something to them.
I went to see Billy Strings, and there was a whole Wook section, and I was like, I thought this was bluegrass, but they're like different style bluegrass.
Different style, dog.
Wookie as shit.
It is true though that like white people that love jam music.
You all right? You want some cum?
Yeah, please. White people that love
It's
jam
right on the
music,
tip.
honestly,
They're having fun.
they're having the most fun.
I think it's close to Jews because the dance for the Wooks is very easy to master.
Well, it's kind of
Spin, and you feel like it.
it's the spinny. It's the spinny, loose and free. It's
Yeah.
very throwback to the
Yeah.
70s. It's very like flower power. By the way, I'm just saying, great hip hop, great jam band stuff. The freedom of the music kind of does make you feel a type of way. Whereas no
Yeah.
shots taken at a regular rock band, but it just doesn't do. You like the song, but it doesn't make you go, fuck, dude.
There is something when an entire band, like Arcade Fire or something, and you have thousands of people, between 3 and 80 if it's a festival,
Yeah.
going,
It's cool.
It's like, it's just, there's something there.
There's something happening.
So we went to see, and we collapsed right near Humphreys McGee. And we couldn't get up. We just kept like knobbing, get up, get off foot.
How
come
much
down.
you taking?
Too much. It takes you where it wants to take you.
That's right.
We took enough at Billy Strings, and then it didn't quite. We got lost a few times, but then like not enough times because we were like outside chants. They're like somebody's like, let's go backstage. We're like, let's be
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
But then I realized later, like, oh, he would have loved if we went back there just
Just
like
out of
fucked
your
up.
head.
So we should have taken more, but we took enough. But anyway, and we kept like coming out of it, you know.
Oh yeah,
and,
when you
and
come
going,
to.
and like hearing Humphreys McGee, but thinking we were on our way to Dead and Company. We're like, is this Dead & Co? They rule. and just from they did 2 sets, we missed the whole first set.
Yeah.
We're just like, Dead & Co is so good.
They sound a lot like that other band I like. Too Much Mushrooms has got me only 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But the too much, I don't get to the bad trip thing, but I do get to the ready to be done.
Yeah. Ugh,
Like physically, you're like, come
Yeah.
on, dude, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I'm physically exhausted.
Yeah.
Like I've sweat enough, I've laughed enough.
But also, not enough is also pretty bad.
Not
when
enough
you-
is uncomfortable.
Yeah, you went for it, and you're like, damn it.
I'm not high enough.
I'm trying to push to get lost in some lights.
You're trying to pop through the yeah. Isn't that
Yeah.
funny when you're trying to when you get shot through that stoned stratosphere? It's amazing.
Yeah.
But when you're just kissing near it, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like you feel like a mushroom. You're just like,
You do. You're like, come on, maybe let me sprout, baby.
Yeah.
I've been taking these
Viagra.
nighttime gummies. Yeah, Blue Chew. I've been taking these nighttime gummies that have mushrooms in them, not psychoactive, non-psychoactive mushrooms with
you just
weed.
love the taste of mushrooms and gummy?
No, it's like good for. It's like health. We have them out there. They're great. It's like tiger's mane or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
we
yeah,
have a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing of
There's a bunch of those people have like tea with them. It's good for your brain.
but it's got THC in it and CBD and CBN or whatever the sleep aid was.
Okay.
But it's great because I'll get stoned off of like the whatever it is, like 15 milligrams of the THC.
Yeah.
And then the other shit really like levels me to a place where I'm ready for bed. Because usually when I get high, I'm not ready for bed.
Right.
I'm not a get high, go to bed guy. So when people are like, oh, you're going to like nighttime gummies, I'm like, I don't think so, dude. If I get high, I want to write or watch something or make a meal.
But it makes you go, it passes you
Oh,
out.
dude, I get stoned for the first like 15 minutes and I'm like, oh, I'm high. This is great. And I'll be watching something. And then 15 minutes later, just about, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm ready to rock. It's wonderful. I don't know if the properties bind in a way where it like makes your body start to get into that sleep state, but
I love when you smoke weed all day and then like by 3 p.m. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't know what it is. I got to take a nap. You're
What
Like,
have I
it's
been-
because you've been smoking weed for 6 hours.
Yeah, dude.
Like, oh, right. That does. I've heard it has that effect.
what have I been doing all day, man? Well, sometimes like I would walk the dog. If I had a full morning of freedom, I'd walk the dog, smoke a little dog walker, little pinner.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a nice.
And then I walk the dog and I come back in and then I play with the dog and be like, you want to go back outside, don't you? It's like, let's go for another
Okay.
walk. Yeah, of course. Like, it's so funny that when I take the dog for a walk in the morning sober, it's just a get the dog out so
Piss
she
shit,
can
let's
piss
go.
and shit. And we got to, but if I smoke a joint in the morning with her, it's like, no. I'm enjoying the walk
Let's
finally.
explore.
Yes, we're having a walk
And then when
together.
the dog wants to like stop and sniff, like, go for it.
Yeah, do
I
it.
gotta look around.
Piss on that.
I look around myself. I love when a dog's like, hey, hold on. The dog might have been here. I think there was. All right, let's go.
Is your dog jumpy?
What do you
Like
mean?
when it's a loud bang outside and when you're walking your dog around New York and it's so many noises. Like does Bandit ever get tripped out by
Gunshots
shit? Yeah, for
and
sure. That makes
fireworks.
sense. Fireworks she fucking hate. My dog hates so much.
Just got okay with loud motorcycles, but still is not loving it. But fireworks and even the fireworks, those little like sparklers, and if she just hears this, she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm out. I'm done. I said I'm done. Open the bathroom door and close it behind me.
I will be in the tub.
Yeah.
Open the door. I'm going to be in the tub.
I want to shake.
She sits underneath. She'll sit behind the toilet. That's where
Really?
my dog goes, behind the toilet. And then all you see is her head poked out like this, like, fucking, what's going
but
on
the
out there,
shaking.
dude?
Sometimes you're like, I didn't even hear anything.
A lot of times, yeah. So she got used to loud cars, doesn't bother her. Like loud shit doesn't bother her. She does hate skateboards. Hates skateboards. And I realized when we were walking and I was a little stoned, I thought, right, those wheels are at like, that would be like this on my head.
But it's not. It's specific noises.
It's just the rumbling of the
Yeah.
earth she doesn't like.
Yeah. And also, they're not like good people.
Skaters,
Yeah.
skate or die, dude. You never did. You never skateboarded?
I was a poser for a long time. I bought all the clothes, toy
Love a
machine,
poser.
everything. I got called a poser once in Vegas. I was wearing like a Bobby Lee, like tricolored wristband. And someone was like, poser. I was so mad. I was like, but he was so
right.
I was like, I couldn't ollie. I could just, it was great to have in your trunk for when you had to go to an audition and you're like, I can't find parking, but 3 blocks away, no problem.
Yeah, I'll skate
just
there.
Skate down there.
Yeah.
And then when I get to a curve to the street, I'd get off, cross the street, get back on, and kick off.
All right. What's the most like embarrassing or just like a terrible clothing choice you made at one point in your life where you're like, I can't believe I wore that? I'll set you up first, so I'll give you mine.
Okay.
I once had a FUBU jersey.
Oh.
I wore a FUBU jersey.
Jersey.
The FUBU football jersey. I
Wow.
had it. I have a picture of me in a FUBU jersey.
Wow.
For us, by us. No. For redheads as well.
For that.
Also for redheads. I had fucking bought a
Wow.
FUBU jersey.
Did you know what it was?
100%. Obsessed with black clothing as a kid. I was like, this is the coolest shit on earth. Couldn't wait to be called a wigger. Like, was excited to be called a wigger.
Like, thank you.
Yeah, I was
Thanks
so
for
amped.
noticing.
Yeah, I was so stoked about it.
Wigging out.
I'm wigging out, baby.
I'm wigging out.
Me on a date with a Hasidic girl. I'm wigging out. Dude, I bought a fucking FUBU jersey. I was so, and honestly, no, looking back, not embarrassed. It was fun. It was
now looking back, you're fine.
because no one did it. Like no white dudes did it. Well, a couple white dudes did it, but it was a big move. Did you ever do something so dumb?
I had for a while. I had a hat out of BC style on the side when I had a shaved head.
Yeah.
And that was in comedy though. But I went through a phase. I guess I went through the no fear phase. I was
No
really trying
fear.
to collect all
Yeah.
of them. But you got to take chances. What I've learned is you can't steal second without taking your foot off first, and that goes. It also no fear. It also goes with just fashion in general.
Did you ever have Big Johnson shirts?
Big Johnson was right on the edge.
I had
Egan
one.
has a great Big Johnson one.
He has a shirt. He has a Big Johnson
It's
shirt.
a Big Johnson shirt. It's the Big Johnson dog. What is he? Rooster?
No, Big Dogs is a totally different. That's another category of
it's
cool
Big
shirts.
Dog.
Big Johnson is
A rooster.
yeah.
It was like entendre.
Right.
Did you have one?
I had one Big Johnson
was it?
shirt. It was like a fisher fishing by the lake with my Big Johnson, catching
It's
big
all
bass.
just a version. It's all just a version of sandwich boards outside bars, like a dumb,
yeah, it's a
semi
stupid
chuckle.
phrase. Yeah.
Or like write it up.
Right.
His is Big Dog, and it was that dog going like this to
Two middle
a
fingers?
grave.
Oh,
It says
shit.
Osama bin Laden is like, fuck you, Osama, now you're dead. Something along those lines. Oh, it's like, enjoy being dead, loser, or something like that. It might have said.
By the way, I bet you they sold 1 million of
A
those fucking
million.
things. This is the problem. Whenever I see like a dumb shirt like that on the internet, I think
want it.
I bet you that guy's made so much money selling those fucking stupid things. We talked about it on this show once, but there's a fisherman that I always see on my Instagram. His name is John Nijmeyer.
Ooh.
You can put it together. And people buy his shirts. It's because it just says Nijmeyer on the back, but it doesn't say Nijmeyer. It says something else.
Wait, that's his name? Actual name is that thing?
Niggermeyer.
Yeah.
And people buy, dude, he sells out every week on Instagram. He's
like, I
like,
guess
I
people love
want to
my
thank you
fishing."
guys for buying my fishing shirt one more time. It's so funny, dude. I can't, it pops up in my thread all the time.
No idea why.
And he's selling millions of these shirts. He's a pro fisherman.
Wow.
But I am getting into these, I'm not going to lie, I'm getting into real niche sports. Like I'm obsessed now with darts. Tournament darts.
180.
Love.
The announcer goes so hard.
It's so dope. I
And
want to
he
go to
does
one
the
of
math
those.
really quickly.
140!
143.
Oh, it's so good. We
I
need
just
to
saw
go
a
to
recent
one
one,
of
the
those.
greatest throws of all time.
The guy that did like three
Three triples.
Right.
And then one guy barely missed a 20, open up the other guy for the boom, boom, 19. When they did make the decision, like boom, boom, oh, I know the math. Boom. I'm always like this when I play darts. I'm like, wait.
48, 49, 47. Yeah, I've done the same. I do
What
the
if I
same
hit
shit.
two of those?
I'm
and also,
so
like,
bad.
I might hit something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
probably
it's
hit
just a
12 most
slow
likely.
work down.
They're
Yeah.
so good. But dude, watching those guys, just the crowd though, it looks like an Oktoberfest crowd where they're like wasted. They're all wearing
Drinking,
costumes.
smoking.
I want to go
How do
to
they
one of
see
these.
it? Is there like a, let's go. How do we go to one?
Oh, they're all. No, they don't
gotta
fucking.
be
They
England.
barely do them here. Yeah, they're all in England.
I'm
Look
gonna
up where
go.
we can go to a dart tournament because they've been showing them on ESPN sometimes.
That's one of my favorite things about ESPN. That's actually my example. I'm like, I'll watch anything if it's a championship game, and I use darts as the example.
I'll watch the
You'll
fuck
get
out of that.
into it.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Bowling. I'll watch some bowling.
I had a friend, Tommy DeLutz, who was a bowler, ranked top 5 once. Big comedy
Really?
fan. He still comes around, and we was ranked 5th in the world. Made $34,000 that year.
What?
Yeah, it's not a
That's it?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we went bowling in Australia. What?
The Missouri Open for darts is
That's the closest we got.
it's on January 3rd, and the purse is $8,300. Is that if you win?
Wow.
$8,000.
It's either if you win or that's split up for everybody.
That's what between the whole
Yeah.
crowd has to share that to get home.
yeah.
It's on the American Dart Organization, but there's
Yeah,
a-
dude, we
Oh,
know.
the
We know about the
ADO?
ADO.
Oh.
We're big
It's on the
ADO fans.
ADO, yeah.
Well, what did we do in Australia?
Yeah,
What did
we
you
were
do?
bowling with.
Who? You don't remember his name? Belmo? Belmonte. You don't know anything about this guy. This is like one of the best bowlers in the world.
Oh,
And
really?
he took us bowling in Australia.
He was unreal.
It's fucking awesome. Dude, it's so rad to watch them. It looks, he's fucking around.
Yeah.
It was absurd.
They just know and they get the right equipment. So this is what Tommy said. Like if you, so you play a day or two to see
Yeah.
who's in the top 5, and you seed it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plays 4, winner plays 3, winner
Like it.
plays. So if you're 1, you only have to win 1. But if you're a lefty in that first game, you set your groove. And the righty, there's a groove in the
Correct,
oil.
yeah, in
So
the
now
oil.
you got to worry about the other guy's groove because you're playing. So if you're
Oh.
lefty, you win that first one, you're just running your groove the
Oh, you're
whole way.
smoking.
Yeah, it's like if you're in golf, you set a fucking hose down on your line of putting.
Oh,
You're
that'd
like,
be
let's go tomorrow.
so
and-
rad.
Yeah.
It's so rad.
So it's just this weird unfair advantage to be a lefty if you can win that first one.
Well, because he's a righty, but he does 2 hands. He kind of like,
It's what- He goes like this.
yeah, he kind of like started the 2-hand revolution.
There's a revolution.
Oh, there's a lot of young guys do it now. A lot of young guys bowl 2 hands because of him.
Revolution will not be televised.
But nobody
Yeah,
goes
and it
like
won't
this.
be.
Nobody goes through the legs.
No grannies. There's no granny bowling, and there should be.
It should be.
By the way, that's what I've heard about this in the NBA. Look up the greatest free throw percentage in the NBA's history.
It's underhanded.
It was granny shot.
Yeah, they tried to get Shaq to do it because he was so bad. He goes, I know I'd shoot better.
Can't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's a white thing.
I'm still black.
Yeah,
And I have
by
a-
the way,
I
guys,
have
I'm
a
still
whole
black.
life.
I will say it says the best is Stephen Curry.
Oh, Steph Curry is probably the new best. Yeah, percentage wise.
Hey, thanks for ruining it.
But who's the other
Thanks
guy?
for
Who's the
ruining
other
our
cat?
fucking thing.
Do free throw percentage granny style. There was a guy that did it and set records doing it.
Yeah.
No, Stephen Curry is got to be the new guy. That is
I
probably
thought it was
right.
Stephanie Curry.
Rick Barry.
Rick
Rick
Barry.
Barry. He would do it that way? He's a Hall of Famer.
Granny shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like a Hall of Famer. He wasn't just some.
Oh, yeah.
He
God.
pioneered it in the 60s and 70s. He
His
made
son won a
90%.
dunk contest.
John Barry. No. Brent
Barry.
and John. I know John Barry, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they're dead.
I know Boo Berry from the cereals.
Come on, dude. Take
He's
a walk.
cool.
Go outside
Dude,
and come
he's
back.
cool.
Get outside.
He's cool. He likes hip hop, but like new school underground shit.
Boo Berry's that kind of guy?
Yeah.
He's cool.
He's cool.
Give me
I
his
know why
number.
you think he's not. That's just a money thing. That's
All
image.
right. Give me his number.
Okay.
In here, we pour whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. If you ever built a site many, many moons ago, you had to know like C++ and all that stuff for programming and learn how to build and create pages and sections and tabs and hyperlinks. Remember that word? They took care of all that stuff. Squarespace is incredible. They have design intelligence, which is combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. And again, you can go rogue, build your own site on your own, do whatever you want, but they can also have templates set up for you to get you to where you're looking to go if you don't have that creative vision. Squarespace Payments makes it easy to manage your payments in one place if you're selling something. And they also have Klarna, ACH Direct Deposit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay over there in the UK. It's pretty impressive, man. I really do think what they've created on websites nowadays makes it so seamless and simple. You can invoice, you connect social and multimedia accounts, sell content, and with the SEO tools, you can get your site seen faster, seen more, show up more often in those search engine results. So, do yourself a big favor. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial when you're ready to launch. Squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, squarespace.com. Check it out. If you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by BetterHelp. Hey, I've talked about BetterHelp pretty often on this show. I do believe in speaking to somebody about whatever you got going on because I'm telling you, it gets hard. The beginning of 2025 has been tough for a lot of people, whether it's family, friends, personal stuff you're going through, the weather changing, the world is changing. And it's hard to go at it alone. So why not give yourself a break, okay? Give yourself a break and talk to someone. Every January is going to bring you 365 blank pages waiting to be filled. How are you going to write your story this year? There's going to be a couple plot twists, for sure. There's going to be a lot of protagonists and antagonists. You got to learn to balance all that stuff in your life. But this is the book that you're creating. You're writing it. So why not write a good one? BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credited therapists with a wide range of specialties. They're credentialed therapists. They're credited and they're credentialed. Easily switch therapists at any time at no extra cost. Write your story with BetterHelp, friends. If you're looking to talk to someone, you should be giving BetterHelp a try. It's from the comfort of your own home. You don't got to leave, or your car, or your couch, or your balcony, your roof, the beach, a hill, a nook, a cranny. Visit betterhelp.com/whiskey today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/whiskey. BetterHelp.com/whiskey.
Ginger. I like gingers.
You know, I never was you know, like all the young comics that coming up, everyone was cereal addicts when they'd get home and eat cereal. I was a ramen late night guy. I never was a cereal guy.
That's crazy to cereal late night. That's a soda thing. It's a trash move.
There's a lot of guys that do it though. There's a lot of dudes that like loved cereal
You know
at
what's
night.
common with those guys? Where's their father?
Where is their fucking father,
Yeah.
dude?
Don't eat cereal at night.
No, it's sad.
Your dad would have told you that if he wasn't too busy drinking to death by a lake. Son of a Gary.
Son of a Gary.
Yeah.
Go watch Son of a Gary. Are you, by the way, do you have a new hour already?
Yeah, but yes.
You already do.
But as it's getting more and more of these, there's like leftover stuff that doesn't go in the
Right,
hour.
that never made it to the first
So you
one.
start with 15, the next one you start with like 30, the next one you start with like, it's like, it just keeps growing. So it's like,
That's rad.
so it's not as hard now as it was before.
No, yeah, right. It exponentially grows, but also it compounds. But some of that
Some
stuff
you
I
gotta
find
chuck.
I gotta
Yeah.
throw it
Yeah,
away.
for
That you're
sure.
like, I didn't really like that.
Yeah.
But
also,
you're
I did
you're
this
happy
in,
with this
in
though.
April. This hour I just
Yeah,
taped?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
that
think
was
it's better than the last one?
Different. It's
Very-
more.
well-
It's more outward instead of inward.
Right. That the last one you did was inventive as fuck.
Thanks. Yeah.
Genuinely, like it's one of those where you're like, oh, you're giving us a lens at something that most people have no fucking idea about, and if they do, it's probably wrong, to be honest.
Jewish stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even I learned stuff during
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was saying. Most
Yeah.
people's Jew shit conception, they're like, I think I know exactly what that is, and then you're like, oh, maybe I absolutely have no fucking idea what I'm talking about almost all of the time.
Yeah.
It's kind
right.
of it's kind of eye opening in a great way. Did the Jew community like it or no?
So they were worried, for sure. Worried.
Yeah.
When they heard it was coming out by a former insider. It's like a former Scientologist going on Rogan. Like, please talk about golf. Please. You know? So they're like, this could be really bad. I heard from the inside. I have ties. So it's like, they were like, ugh. And then they were like,
Because they thought you were gonna shit on it.
yeah, but I really tweaked it to make sure they'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
I'd
you
see
didn't
them in my audience. The
You don't
religious
say
ones.
anything bad,
Yeah. I
You
mean,
say- you
a
say
touch here and there, but
honest.
it's like, that's fair.
but it's honest.
Yeah.
It's not. It's genuine criticism is fine.
Yeah.
You're not like
Fuck you people.
yeah. You're not damning people for their
Yeah.
system.
And so
yeah.
they were all like, we actually, they called it a Dvar Torah, like a speech every week they do.
no shit.
Yeah, they're like, it's kind of like that. They're like, a touch high on the cussing, but they're like, we don't really care.
They knew
but
that
like,
was going to be that
yeah,
way.
but
Yeah.
yeah, they were totally fine with it, which I was really happy with.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't want them to be left out. I tried to make it so they wouldn't feel, because when I started doing some of those jokes 15 years ago, I came out so angry.
Well,
So I had to like get better.
it's cathartic, right?
Yeah.
To get it off your chest. Do you ever get offered to do corporate gigs for them?
Yeah.
Do you do them?
No. They'll get fired.
But the check will clear.
I suggest Modi or Elon
right,
or
Elon.
Avi Lieberman.
Right.
I'm like, listen, I appreciate it.
Because those guys are clean.
They're clean. It's like you don't understand how this works.
Right.
I don't even know what's dirty and what's not.
Right.
I don't know.
You know what's funny.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just going to do what's funny. It might be bad. I have no idea if you're going to.
I'm usually halfway through a bit. I'm like, oh, there's a clean shot. This might not be. Oh, damn. Oh, it does end with fisting.
I haven't done a corporate show in so long because of that. I
I did
can't.
one with Nick Youssef.
Oh,
So I got an offer. They're like, hey, we saw you in La Jolla at the Comedy Store.
yeah.
Would you do a corporate? I'm like, I'm not really a corporate guy. Like, well, we saw, like, is it what you're going to do at the club? I'm like, it'll be exactly what I do at the club. Like, well, we liked, what's the corporation? Border Patrol.
What?
So there's a bunch of Border Patrol people and their families from the north and the south. And they're like, do whatever. How long should the show last? I'm like, I've never done one. I'm like, how about 45? I'll do 30. He'll do 15. They're like, okay.
Border Patrol?
Yeah, I mean, like
the United
$2,000.
States government's Border Patrol.
Yeah, I didn't even lean into that. But
Wow.
yeah, that was my only corporate I've ever done.
So you're helping
Have you
the wall
done 'em?
get built, huh?
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Get them out of here. Get them out. I did a few terrible corporates in my day. I've done some really, really, really bad. I did a few that were so uncomfortable that it forever was like, keep the money.
Wow, really?
I just so bad. Just so they don't want to be there.
They don't want to be there. It's like, who set this up?
And then because it's one guy's a fan and he's convinced the entire company that you're the guy that they want to see, and they're like, we're a venture capital firm or
Right.
we're an insurance firm. Like we don't. It's so uncomfortable. I hate it.
That's yeah.
Unless it was a company that had a rad, like a rad stance or rad, like what they did was like, we're loose, we're cool, we don't give a shit. It's a fun, even still.
I did some winners convention in Los Angeles. It was Summit LA. You know anything about them?
I don't think so.
So they do cruises. They do lots of different things. And it's a bunch of winners. They have a meet up. And it's like, we're going to have some events, goat yoga, do whatever. But the point is, you're a business owner, you're a business owner, you should be talking to each other.
Oh, right.
And they wanted some comedy. So I was like, I'll go. And I went to a lot of the events. One was Al Gore speaking with Will Smith's son about the environment.
What?
And Al Gore had to like wait for that dumb fucking alien to like say some shit. Oh, people my age, we like that. And he's like, good, man. So anyway, well, we need to incentivize these corporations to financially to be part of the. And he's like, yeah, I think, recycle is the way to go. He's like, well said. So the fracking, the problem with that is not so much, but I had to do a stand-up show, and there was a moment where I got a little bit racial, and these two ladies walked in midway through, so they didn't get that set up until we liked this guy, and they were like, I could see them going, like, maybe not,
Right.
And it was like they just got over the hump before they interrupted, because if they interrupted, everyone agreed with them.
Right.
And it would have been DEI to death.
Yeah,
you can't spell death without DEI. And it would have been gone. And I was like looking, I'm like, no, wait, please. Thank God they let me, because it would have been embarrassing to have to
I
leave
did
that.
one for, I can't say the name,
Yeah.
but I did one. It's supposed to be a party of 30, and they cut down the party because the guy who threw the party was upset about whatever had happened that day. 5 guys.
5 guys.
5 men in smoking chairs.
Uday, Kusei, who else?
Lube and Rue.
Okay.
I'm not kidding though. 5 adult men sitting in smoking chairs. And I told the woman who's organized, I was like, what do you want me to do? And she's like, he wants you to perform still. I was like, I can't do an hour of material to 5 human beings in a room.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, this is what he wanted. He wanted like a private show. I was like, this isn't in the contract.
Yeah.
She's like, well, we already gave you the deposit. I was like,
Right. He already gave me the deposit.
yeah. I was like, well, okay. And she's like, I mean, what do you want to do? I was like, well, I fucking guess I'm here. Like, you flew me here.
You
So I
have to,
had
kinda.
to do it. Luckily, there was a Hall of Fame baseball player who I recognized as one of the 5 friends, and I just talked to him. I literally just spoke to him that I was a fan, and just joking around with him. And
Who
it
was
like
it?
it leveled it out. I'm not.
Don't tell me.
I'll tell you afterwards. But it was just like one of those moments where I thought, thank God I could make jokes with him, because these other dudes were.
Who
like,
was it? Press mute for a second. Could you press
No,
mute?
no, no.
Do you have
Well,
mute?
no. I'll tell you afterwards. I'll tell you all
Write
afterwards.
it down on your phone. Show me. I won't say anything. I just want to know.
I'll tell you afterwards. But it was
I
one of
won't
those
think
things.
to ask
But the
later.
guy, but the guy was cool.
Yeah.
And like they were nice. It was just like I think because when you get so rich, like some of these guys, billionaires, they're like, I want it private. And the party organizers are like, that's not what these comedians do. They don't do like it's not like a me and you in the room thing.
Yeah.
And I bet you he was like, I don't care.
Private idea. Sometimes that doesn't, like at music festivals. That's not. I became. You become friendly with somebody online. Sometimes become friendly with one of like the guitar techs or somebody who plays with LCD sound system.
Cool.
And so a couple of guys, and one of them was like, "I'm going to be in Vegas." I was like, "Hey, what time do you guys go on during Skankfest?" I was like, "Maybe didn't work out." But he's like, "Do you mind if I come? I want to see Joe List's movie." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll get you in." And then they're in New York, so I was like, "All right, I'm definitely going anyway." So
Yeah.
it's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you want to sit in VIP?" He goes, "It's not actually the best sight lines." And I'm like, underrated, but VIP areas kind of suck.
They almost always suck.
I want to get sweaty with the crowd.
Yeah,
I
you
want to
wanna-
be jumping up and down,
wanna be
going like
feeling the
this
music.
with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Just sit by yourself alone. It's like Rogan's Club in the VIP area. That's not the place to watch it.
Yeah, like we shit the bed. We went to a festival in Budapest. My wife and I were over there, and I was there shooting this thing, and we had a couple days off, and she was like,
What were you shooting?
huh?
What were you shooting?
An
Greatest game of all.
insurance CEO.
Oh.
No, I was shooting this little role in a movie, but I had 3 days off. No, I had 3 days off, and my wife and I were just walking the streets of Budapest, and I was like, "What is this Ziget festival?" And there's a little island called Ziget Island that like is in between Buda and Pest, the two sides.
Wow.
And I was like, Ziget Island. So I'm looking it up, and I'm like, it's a festival, and I was like, dude, it's tomorrow. And my wife is rad.
I
And she
mean,
was like, let's
perfect.
go.
She's
this is
in.
perfect. Oh, dude,
Great
she's so
chick.
down.
Marry that chick.
I did.
Oh, nice.
She goes, let's fucking go. So we go to this festival, and I thought, I know nothing about it, not familiar with the grounds. You know what I mean? So I was like, let's buy the tickets. And of course, I was like, we should get the VIP in case it's like, it's got real bathrooms for us to shit in. You know what I mean? Some festivals are like, VIPs are just, it's just like you actually get a porta potty. You don't have to like
Right.
shit in the field.
That,
you know what I mean?
That part is nice. If you can leave the regular area, go shit, grab a water,
Come out.
then come back.
We learned the lesson. So we get to one of the main stages, and I was like, Janelle Monáe was there.
Best style in music.
Unfucking real. Like, it's so cool. And like, you know when people will go, that looks cool. You're like, that is what looks cool.
Yeah.
Whatever that is what's cool.
Yeah.
And she's out there, and we're like, fuck, we got to get over there. So we go, and the guy's like, let me see your bracelet. He's like, you're right this way. And so he points us to this VIP, and it's like on the side of the stage, kind of. But I was like, oh, fuck this. Like, this sucked.
Yeah.
So we ended up just being like, fuck this. We just abandoned it, went back out, and the guy's like, where are you guys going? I was like, just to the to the down the floor. He's like, okay. Like, he was confused. He's like,
no,
you don't want to
wanna
be.
go that. Everyone wants to go this way. You're going that way.
Yeah, I was like, no, dude, this is whack. I can't. You can barely kind of see. They just want
You just get to be able to drink and say you're better than everybody.
Well, most of the people in that area was so fucking funny. Weren't even watching the stage. They're having like something to eat and they're conversing, and you're like, oh, they're not fucking here for the
Yeah.
festival. This is a business thing or some
This
bullshit.
is when I was scouting a location for a shoot for stand up, and they were like, and this would be like, they show you like over here where the VIP sit. I'm like,
Yeah.
or just more regular people.
Just
though, right?
regular people. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
just regular people the whole way. That festival was rad though.
Damn, that sounds so
Seagate
cool.
Fest. It was so cool.
Seagate.
So
What
it's
kind
on
of music?
it's on an island. Oh, dude, everything under the sun. Like there was house music in the far like north corner. There was like an entire. They hand built. I'll show you photos. They hand built all these stages, that were like outdoor surrounding stages, and they were all art pieces. So the stage was surrounded by art.
Wow.
So all of them were kind of individual art pieces. And then the main stage was obviously for like Janelle. That's just a fucking huge stage.
Right.
Because it's.
Yeah, but those side stages are where it's at, kind of.
That's where you want to
You
go.
can just sit down. I'm like, this is good. This guy fucking plays guitar. He's awesome.
It
And you're
was-
like, does anybody know about him? And then you're like, well, they're in a major festival, so someone's heard of him.
Someone's heard of them. Yeah. And by the way, if they haven't, it's someone who's booking the festival is like, these people are pretty rad. They'll be good.
Yeah, we saw Lizzo at like 3 p.m. once. Somewhere.
3 p.m.?
Yeah, it was like she was just hadn't made it yet.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but we're afterwards, like, this lady's probably gonna do something. She
Yeah, I
has some
feel
good
like she'll be
energy.
famous. Yeah, and then they had these like alternative cultural tents where it was like all
Alternative cultural. Tents.
yeah, it was like Korean music. Well, because dude, you're in Budapest. Like you got to remember, like for them,
We're having a replica church burning for the for the locals from Norway.
yeah, they did a Holocaust reenactment on the south side of the island, which we
Who
definitely
won that
couldn't
one?
miss. I got to tell you, it didn't work out the way that you think. It was just like it was a cool collection of like music from all over the place, and honestly, worth every single penny of it because it was a little expensive. I thought it's a little pricey for
How much?
a 1-day festival. I think USD turned out to be per ticket was $2.
It's a lot.
It was a little over the top.
That's a lot.
But then I thought, yeah,
Camping 2 a day is okay for 3 days.
but I think it
600?
included campsite.
And you just didn't use it.
Well, because I was like, we're staying right across the water, so I was like, we'll
Yeah,
just walk
right.
back. You know what I mean? Like it was
But
a
you don't
20-minute
also have
walk.
a tent, so you're gonna go home.
Right. I'm on
Me
vacation.
and Norman said no to Bonner. They were like, "All right, let's go. We go to the hotel." And we're like, "We're gonna stay for a while." Like, well, it's last shuttle at 11. I'm like 11.
The
last
last
just
shuttle?
ended. We're drunk. We're high. We're like, want to fuck
Yeah.
around. We're like, we'll find it. Like, how are you gonna find it? I'm like, I don't know yet. Something will present itself.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah,
we'll
Norman
get there.
fucked somebody in a farm and came back. Like we were just randomly like at the. It was like the employees like final wrap up party. They had a big crawfish boil.
Mm-hmm.
Norman had been gone. He was just like, I'll be fine. He took off. Shows up again like 4 hours later. This is like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. I'm drinking all of Chris Hardwick's leftover booze because he's sober. Fucking loser.
Loser! Nerd!
Thanks for not taking out your rider. And so we're in there watching the signs, having a good time. We're at the crawfish. Norman just shows up. It's like an hour after the crawfish boil. He goes, "Oh, you left the tail. You left this." You're just eating this fucking leftover crawfish. Where you been? He goes, "Oh, I got a story."
I'll tell you later.
tell
Just
you
give me
later.
another tail. Let me finish this tale. I'll tell you about the tail.
That's dead
Not a
on.
tall tale. Hey, Ari, you got any more wheat?
You'd have one puff. Like,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Well, he doesn't smoke. He doesn't really smoke.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Those guys-
had it, but that's about it.
Yeah, those guys are all real drinks.
Drinkers.
Yeah, only
that got
drinks.
me drinking was hanging out with him and Sam and Joe Mackey and like
Good boys.
late night at the cellar. Drinking
Good boys.
Bullet bourbon on the rocks, Bullet rye on the rocks, and just like, oh, there's a joy to drinking.
It's a nice hang. It's a good hang.
LA didn't have it because we all had to drive home.
Yeah, I
My
know.
starter's pre-Uber too.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's true.
look up
That is
Ari
true.
Shaffir at a bowling. There's some guy who had a sign behind me. I went to a bowling thing.
What?
And this
What?
guy had a sign behind me that fucking ruled so hard.
Wait, you went to a bowling event?
Yeah, Tommy DeLute's. They always play like just outside main towns, Reno.
Uh-huh.
You know.
What does it
You see
say?
it?
Let's see. Flip it around. I want to see it.
You got to see the sign.
Wait.
There's a sign behind Tommy. I'm sitting there randomly.
Give me a sign.
What's that? The defense sign?
Yeah. Bowling event. Somebody
Oh,
wrote
that's
the defense
so funny.
sign.
Defense.
He's rooting for the pins. And they're passing the
so
sign
funny.
around on Reddit, and they're like, oh my God, it's a crazy sign. Wait, is that Ari Shaffir there? Unrelated to it.
Yeah, two separate. By the way, the defense at a bowling event. Yeah, that
Look at
looks
that
like.
hair.
By the way, you look like
at
Kyle
that
Mooney right there.
hair.
That's when I met you. When you had when you look like that.
God, I got to go to Turkey soon.
No, dude, don't do it.
Why?
You're rocking. You look good. You're a sex
You're
machine,
rocking.
Look
dude.
at this guy trying to be positive with that fucking
We're
flowers.
rocking.
He got great lettuce. What do you mean? You're in love and you're happy?
But dude,
What do you give a shit?
I want hair. I want a mohawk.
Well, I'll tell you what's hairy is this fucking beef. When we went to the Russian spa, dude, you got a fucking
saw it?
fluff, dude. Yeah, you got a big fluff. You got a big fluffer. Look at this guy's gonna pull out his fucking dingle. This guy.
It's that big. It's got a muff.
Look at the muff on this guy's wiener. Is nuts,
It
dude.
almost goes over the head.
It's so long. I saw your muff at the spa and I thought, way too much hair, dude. Look at there's your look at it. Drop it in there.
Sheath underwear.
This is a plug for sheath, dude.
This is a plug. Plug it in.
There it is,
It makes
dude.
your bulge go out. That's what it always says about a sheath. When you get the balls up,
Balls high, yeah.
it really bulges
Well,
out.
because if you're hanging, it looks like you might have a small little wiener. Yeah, it goes down. You get a little Ken doll effect.
yeah, when I had my biggest hair and it was a real curly, I would
Yeah.
shave the sides, let the top come down over it, so it would go down a little bit. Because
Hot.
all was curly, it would go out like that.
Yeah,
That's what sheath underwear does.
that's what sheath underwear does.
Yeah.
Not a plug for sheath, but it might be.
Yeah.
No, when we went to the Russian spa, I know you got a great kid's got a great bush, dude. Also, really love going to that with you, man. Makes me so happy. You sat in that cold plunge for a little while.
I lasted up to 3 minutes. That time was like 1.5 maybe.
I'm doing 3 every day now. I'm doing 3 to 5 every day.
Once you get to 1, you can like just tell yourself, okay, I just want 2.
Yeah.
And then you can get to 3.
But I will say the cold plunge that I go into is not as cold as that one that we're in.
They
that we
crank
go.
it.
It's unfucking real.
Turns out Russians are unreasonable.
They're the toughest people I've ever seen. In the hot room
Dude,
there,
is there a pube on these?
that's your you just pulled out your penis, bud.
I need to see the tape on that.
Rewind. The hot that they put on those hot saunas in those places, they're tough. They're hard. They're actually hard to do. You can feel it. My teeth hurt. That's how hot it is. My teeth are like, Jesus
Good
Christ.
sauna.
Yeah, but it's
you do
worth
get-
it. It makes my brain feel clear whenever I do that. Like I feel
Also have to
good
drop
again.
can't be on your phone for a bit, which is like like a down low. One of the best benefits of it.
Yeah, that you have to disappear. Well, that's honestly, I talked to you about that I'm looking to put people's phones in cases at shows. I think it should be standard from now on.
It should, but honestly, I think it should be standard at house parties.
That's everywhere you're gathering
People
in
will
groups.
revolt, but if you explain them the reason, like in Denver when they first had it, Chappelle got it, and
Right.
gave it to Denver, so they were the first one to implement it.
Right.
I think maybe Madison was after that. I don't know, but Chappelle
Madison does
gifted it
have
to
them too,
him.
yeah.
And then Denver now at the first, like, well, I'm a mom. It's like, it's okay, you can go outside and
Mm-hmm.
take any call. Like, well, I won't use it. Like, well, then there's no problem then.
Right.
If you're not going to use it, no.
Then what's the difference?
But now Denver is just trained to just not use it. They're like, yeah, I know.
The whole world should do that. But house parties is a good transition. That's true.
we can have
Any
some
place
fun.
you're gathering with big groups of people,
Yeah.
you should have to check your phone in a thing so you don't use it.
And now if you really wanted to do it right, so it's like, let's be present. I get you on pictures. Here is a disposable camera. This will be fun.
Snap away.
Yeah.
Have fun. But if you really need, like, oh, my kids, sure.
We
step
have a
out.
room out there
You can go
in
step
the
out
hall- yeah.
and come back. Also, limited time on the step out, though. We
Right,
are
what, you gonna be
clocking
out
you.
there forever.
We are clocking you. If you're out there for too long, it's like you're not going to welcome. We're not welcoming you back in.
Yeah, it should be like what's that game where the slime would hit you all the time?
The Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon
yeah,
games.
yeah. Double Dare on Double Dare.
Where it's like
yeah.
if you're out there too long, it's like let's count down. Oh, you got slime. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck, man? I have spots later. Like, well,
Too bad, dude. Should have come back in.
Should have let you saw the contract. I didn't sign any contract.
Oh yeah, you did. It's right there. Look, right as you walked in. I think we
it's
do
written in
need that.
Snosberries.
We do need that at just regular hangs too.
Regular
man.
hangs. Look, guys, can we just put it away? Because you're all, and it's like, no, I just got to do one thing. We all have to just do one thing. How about you it's like with the mushroom trip. Take care of all your last one things and just tell yourself, I'm good till tomorrow.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm good till tomorrow. I'm allowed to sleep for 8 hours.
Out of office, dude.
Yeah.
I'm out of office. Turn your phone off. Get high. Go out of office.
Yeah. Take care of the last things you have to do so you
Yeah.
don't think, oh shit, something's still holding me.
Yeah, you don't want the anxiety.
Yeah.
Because the anxiety of what I have to do. Sometimes if I go on a trip and then the next day I'm like thinking like, fuck, I have to do something in the morning. That also I would say make sure you're done for that day and make sure the next day that you don't you got a little clearance in the morning.
You can do real drugs if you want.
Yeah, you don't want to wake up at 9:30 like.
Yeah, I went to Billy's Drinks with Matt Edgar, and it was like afterwards, like let's go to like we're in like Fort Worth, and we stayed at the Stockyards. We got some like recommendations of where to go, and we're like, oh, I guess we should go back to the room and then like get sleep for tomorrow. And we're both like, why sleep for tomorrow? We're in like a cowboy town. Let's go out.
Yeah, let's go.
It was great, but we had that same thing where we got from one of their guitar techs or Billy was like, I'll hook you up with tickets, and I was like, okay, front row on the side, and I was like, cool. And then one of the ladies was like, hey, can we go in there? The pitch, like, show me your thing. And she's like, I got to ask. They asked 3 different people. And I was like, I just want to go in there.
Yeah, where it is.
And then she was like, looked, and she's like, you can go. I'm like, yes! Yeah. It was
Edgar,
so
where's
great.
Edgar now? He's in Austin?
Austin, yeah.
He's loving it, huh?
He loves it. He grew up in LA and Long Beach, so it's like he needed a change.
He needs to change.
And he loves it. He gets paid.
You wouldn't go down there.
It's tacky.
I love it.
It's like whatever they say about the comedy scene. It's a bachelorette town.
Tough.
Wouldn't
That's
move there or
2nd Street
Nashville.
or whatever. Yeah.
6th Street. 6th Street is like a darker Broadway.
It is.
It's just like, ugh.
Way darker Broadway.
I had to call 911. Literally, last time I was there, call 911 because a homeless lady was so passed out. And then when they tried to like, lady, you okay? A bunch of barf comes out.
Ooh.
And it was like, she's kind of dying. I called 911. I was on hold for over 3 minutes.
911, what was your emergency?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was like, this is crazy. And then the lady was there. She goes, you're on hold with paramedics. I'm like, get them.
Yeah.
I just want to report it. Start sending them. It was nuts. But I'm like, that's the shit you walk out on.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I said it's like World Star Hip Hop Live. You're like, this is all going to make the internet. Somehow, everywhere there's a fight. Oh, last time I was there, you would like it. There was black Israelites yelling at everybody in the streets. You know, the black Israelites were out.
Wow. On 6th Street.
On 6th Street, going fucking off, like yelling, screaming at people.
They're the QAnon of religion. They're like,
the black Israelites were wild, and they were like, anybody that got kind of near them, they started yelling at. And so I bananaed as far as I could to get to the club. I was like, we'll just go a block south. I don't want to be yelled at before I go to the spot.
It's kind of a good vibe.
Not a big fan. Also, do your thing. More power to you, but also
the rest of Austin. So I go to that part way too much now.
Well, that's where we are.
Right. The rest of Austin is cooler, but there's still a vibe. It used to be a great pill town, and a bit of a coke town, and definitely a drinking town, and also a drive drunk town. It was just sort of acceptable. Blacks, I'm not talking to you, but like for the whites, it was just kind of like, don't be an asshole, drive under control.
Right.
If they catch you, they catch you. We all know the
They get you, they got you.
But also, people would always complain, like, I didn't even make an illegal turn. They pulled me over for no reason. And it's like, but you did blow at 7.4.
Yeah, they pulled you over because you were blacked out.
Yeah.
How would they know? They knew.
They knew.
Yeah, you were driving at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
But it was always a cool town, and then became, maybe it was Instagram, I don't know, became a bit of a bachelorette town. So everyone's influencing.
It's become
are picturable.
A different version of itself. And I used to love going there back in the day, going that Lady Bird Lake or whatever, going to the Barton Springs.
Kayaking.
Yeah.
Oh, Barton Springs rules.
Nude beach up the way. Take out your penis and go swimming.
See some titties?
Love that, dude. Not anymore. I don't even know if people do that anymore. It's too busy. You can't. Nobody wants to be nude publicly if it's too busy.
Right.
They want the comfort of like, yeah, there's a dozen people are here. They see my tits, my wiener, my asshole.
Yeah.
When it's 50, 60 people, you're like,
The store that or mothership, whatever, got a condo, and they have a balcony that you can sort of see where the mothership is.
They have a condo now.
Yeah.
Oh,
because they're like, we're doing hotels every time. Some people are like, can I stay an extra day? And they're like, yeah. Rogan's pretty generous. But eventually they're like, let's just get a place. Stay 5 days if you want.
Yeah, why not?
And man, that balcony and that when your dick is out over Austin,
cool.
You're just like, oh, it's so great. They can see you, but they don't. But they can.
That's what I love about New York. Whenever I'm in the hotel, I walk around so naked because I love that people can see you naked.
Yeah, out in
it's
the
a
windows.
great exchange. I love that, and everybody sees it, and it's okay.
They're like, oh, you don't know me.
Yeah, no, it's a part of the thing, but it's also untraceable. You don't know what room I'm in. That's the coolest part.
Want some room?
Yeah, you don't know where I am. You couldn't count the floors and figure it out. No way. In LA, you see a guy naked in his house. You're across the street. I see you. I see your cock out.
I've told you to stop. I told you I have kids, and you won't stop.
I drink coffee in my front window with my cock out sometimes, just hoping people will walk by and see it. I'm on my property, dude. I'm gonna be cock out.
Did you like Australia? I went to a nude beach there in Perth.
What? Why didn't we go to a fucking nude beach? We loved Australia. The only bummer was Too fast. This is my second time.
So Bobby just said.
Too fast.
You
We
need
were
days
just like.
off. The Jews won't let you take days off. What
I
you need
know.
is do Friday, Saturday only,
Mm-hmm.
and so that way you can come early and then go to the next place, stay late.
But you know what the Jews did to us, baby? They ran us. They ran us dry.
See, when Kanye was like, these people are like, how do you dare say that? I'm like, we've all been saying that. It means your agent. It's code for your agent. They might not even be Jewish. It
Right.
just means the Jew arts. And then you went back on him so hard that you made him anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
you could have
did
just
you-
left him to make a
Full
nice
circle.
joke.
Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? We
Yeah.
really liked you. We were rooting for you. No, we loved it though. We had a great time. We went to Rottnest Island to go see.
You
the little-
did. You saw the quokkas.
Yeah, I saw the quokkas, mate.
I never.
Dude,
it
you
was one
didn't
of my
go?
biggest regrets. I told Jet Ski I was trying to get her to stay
So
longer.
sick.
And I was like, literally, one of my biggest regrets in life is not getting out there.
Oh, so cool. The boat was fun. And then jet
Took a
ski. and
boat
I-
out there?
Yeah, you boat out there. And then jet ski and I took the morning to ourselves and we went to go see. There's a little like patch of natural preserve in Perth, and they have kangaroos. I don't remember the name of it, but we took a walk and I was like, oh, they're probably sleeping because they're pretty nocturnal. So we're like walking around. I'm like, oh, we're not going to see any. And then she goes, we go to the north end of the island. And she's like, I have a feeling, I swear to God, this was insane. She goes, I have a feeling we're going to come across one finally. And within 2 to 3 minutes, she goes, look. And I was like, no shit.
Wild.
She had the vibe. It was right there. And they were all kind of nestled together,
A
sleeping.
bunch.
A bunch, yeah.
A herd.
A crew. A crew is what they call it. A gang. They're called a gangaroos.
Kangaroo.
Gangaroos.
Gangaroos.
Yeah, gangaroos.
Interesting.
And so they were just chilling out, and she was so amped. And I was like, oh, this is great. Because we traveled so much. I had been there. Those guys didn't get to see shit. They were like hotel venue, airport.
It's not the way to go.
That sucked, dude. I felt bad for these guys. But
It was fun.
it was fun.
I mean, still fun. Like different food. The flat whites are the best. The fucking avocado smash are the best.
We went out in Melbourne. We had a good time in Melbourne, too, because I have
saying
a
it like
big
that.
crush on Melbourne. You know, I'm so all about it. I would move there tomorrow.
Melbourne would be a good city. I actually, during COVID, when the lockdowns were happening, I was in New York. So they're like, oh, that's locked down. And then once they told you, like, well, if too many people are there, it spreads fast. And it was like, you do the math, like, oh, New York's done.
Yeah. Done.
Forget it. Forget live indoor gathering. New York's done.
Yeah.
So I had to make a short list of where I could move. Austin was one because I'm like, Texas. I wasn't thinking like what would eventually lock down.
Right.
It was like, if I moved to Austin, I could do a once a month in Dallas, once a month in Houston, once a month in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Host at the Cap City that hadn't closed yet, the old one.
That's a good
I
bounce
was like,
around.
what can I do? I thought about Hong Kong. I thought about Melbourne.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, they would open it up. They were real strict on it. They'd disappear you if you had a fever.
That's
But as
cool.
long as you didn't get a
They
fever,
kill you
just
on
bust.
site.
Yeah.
Go buy for
They
now.
put you in a van for a while.
They what?
They'd be like, let's go.
They would just
Go
put
to
you in a van.
McDonald's. They're like, oh shit, you have a fever. I'm like, no. And then you come back in a week.
But Australia was crazy strict too. They
Australia
locked it.
was.
They locked it.
Melbourne
up
was
hard.
worse than Sydney,
Yeah, they locked it down.
but you could do stand up.
Yeah, you could
I
move
thought
around.
about. I thought about it anyway, and then it turns out things were wacky, and ends up the only place to really go was Switzerland.
Why
Nev-
Switzerland?
They never did a thing.
They didn't do anything. Wow.
I went there and I was doing a joke in reference, just like a setup on the tour of like just focusing on like good things in life. Like, do you ever have time to think? Remember when like COVID lockdowns, you actually had a moment to think?
Yeah.
And they all started giggling. And I was like, oh, right. You guys didn't do that. They're like, no.
No, we
I'm
lived.
like, did you all die? Is that why I'm not selling that well here? 'Cause you guys all died.
Everyone that would come is gone.
Yeah. No, they had no effects, whatever. But that was the only place. Everything just keep going, do whatever.
Yeah, but they did fine just for themselves. My neighbor, my old neighbor at my old house is this cool dude, a
We're like
writer.
Gaber because he's a
Hey,
homosexual.
hey, no, you aren't. No, you aren't. He knows who he
Yeah.
is. Don't do that.
Okay, it's okay. that
This guy would
Gaber.
take his dog and his boat and go up to the Pacific Northwest, and they had a place on like a little island, and he's like, brother, there was no such thing as COVID. He's like, there's like 50 to 60 people that we know out on that little peninsula, and he's like, that we just did whatever we wanted to do all the time.
Wow.
And they just stayed up there. He's like, we just stayed until everything calmed down. I was like, oh, you had your own. What was that fucking movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? The
Beach.
Island, the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you were on the beach.
Especially if they're isolated, they're like, it's not here. So we passed in Ecuador. We have a couple places that were like a kind of like a Walking Dead, like do not come in sign
That's
over like
cool.
a little like rickety bridge, and then like outsiders not wanted.
Yeah,
Like we just don't want this in here.
that's so cool.
And then they were just like, yeah,
You have to do the Riddles 3 with a troll by the bridge
yeah.
if you want to come into this little location.
There
Meanwhile,
was just no way to fully test for it.
no, the tests weren't
so
real.
anyone new that came in could have could have it.
Of course. Are you kidding me? I tested negative both times that I had it.
This is every zombie movie. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. You seem cool. It's like, I did just get bit yesterday, but I'm sure it's fine.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I want you in here. You're my brother. You're my blood. I have to protect you. What do you think the next revolution is? It's coming. What's the next big epidemic pandemic? It's coming.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with online. I think we're going to...
What about these drones in Jersey?
No, I know all about
This will be
those.
long gone by the
I'll
time
tell
this
you that
episode
off
comes
air.
out. Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Well, this episode will already be out. Oh, out way after that thing is done with.
I'll just tell you what it's related to.
Give it to me right now.
2 things.
Yeah.
Banks and the weather.
What do you guys? What are you
It's a
up
good day to
to?
go banking.
What are you guys up to?
Good day to invest.
It's a good day to invest. I do think it's hilarious that it was only over Jersey. That makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
It's nowhere else but Jersey. It's like, what? They're like, the aliens, dude, they're at what? Why Jersey?
I like how the government, the military is like, we don't know what it is at this time. It's like, but also, are you looking into it though?
They're like,
no,
not
I'm like,
really.
so you're involved then? Like, I didn't say that.
No.
But you're not saying that.
Well, we don't not say nothing.
Shouldn't you investigate? Yeah, I don't
We'll
know.
see.
We'll know what it is by now, or society will be crumbled.
Yeah, by the
And
time
there
this
will
episode
be,
comes
yeah.
out, we will know publicly how creepy that is.
Yeah.
And how we'll know in retrospect and go, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been
That's
joking
exactly
about
who was doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen those
It
drones.
was RuPaul trying to fucking gay everybody up.
Well, is that a
He's
new
probably
drag race?
gaber.
You think that is?
Maybe a new drag race.
New drag drone race?
I think it's the plot of one of the X-Men movies, X-Men,
Yeah.
where they're trying to make everyone mutants.
Oh.
RuPaul's got that science. She's trying to make everyone into drag queens.
You'd be a pretty hot drag queen.
Oh, baby, you know it.
Those legs,
Oh,
those
yeah.
stems, dude, shave those up.
And when drag, when
and you could talk. You're long enough. You can talk.
I can talk. Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
talked.
you
Yeah.
have. You've talked.
Yeah.
Tuck and tape. You've never tucked and taped.
Never
Though.
taped.
Yeah, you got to tape.
Yeah,
You got to learn. That's like a big.
just in drag
To
at
do.
University of Maryland, once like way before it's kind of popular, and just like for Halloween. And I was a practice player for the girls basketball team, so I borrowed their like high heels because who else has an 11.5 men's high heels?
Yeah.
But man, it was pretty fun.
Liberated, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, you felt good
liberated.
in a dress, didn't you?
Yeah, mini skirt,
Did you
shaved.
You felt hot.
Yeah, I got approached by gays.
You got hit on.
Yeah, a bunch. This guy kept asking me for my number, and I was like, I don't know. And he kept asking, like, come on. And eventually, one of my female friends was like, give him a fake number. Right, thank you.
You guys
Thank
have been
for your
doing this for
expertise.
years.
Thank you for your expertise.
God, that makes perfect
Yeah.
sense.
Gave him my gay friend's number.
Oh, right. That's good. That'll work.
They fucked.
Yes.
He just got a number. He's like, oh, he's like, I met you on like Adams Morgan. He goes, no, you didn't. He goes, this. He goes, no, it wasn't me. So, and then, but what's your name? Gays are nuts.
That's awesome.
And this is pre that website that you're on all the time now that you have an account.
what is it called? Tickler or Whisperer?
Pre-cum?
Do you have spots while you're in town?
Yeah.
You tonight?
Yeah.
Well, tonight we'll go to the store then, huh?
You
Because
are?
I think I'm there tonight.
Oh, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a huge favor. Please watch at your earliest convenience my good friend Ari Shaffir's special, America's Sweetheart. It's available right now on Netflix. I know that you have Netflix.
You got to have Netflix.com. They're drop shipping CDs.
They're drop shipping CDs to your front door. Go see it right now. Go watch his other specials, also available on Netflix.
Thanks.
Buy the album. See him on tour. He's going to be on tour all next year.
I am on tour in this whole year.
This year of
No, the
2025.
first half of this year, and then I'm done for 2 years.
No, you're not done for 2 years.
Yeah,
No, you're not.
I am.
That's a lie.
2026 is gone.
Why?
I'm traveling.
The whole year.
Yeah,
You're not going to do one show.
I'll tell you about it. I'll do in-town sets
Wow.
in parts of it.
So not till 2027 that they'll see you again. So if you don't catch them in 2025 right now, you're cooked for next year.
And also, I won't be back in those cities till like 2029.
Jesus
Seattle
Christ.
or wherever, Atlanta.
So you ought to go. If
Yeah.
you have a chance, please go. We end the episode the same way, my love. Look in that camera and say one word or one phrase to end the episode.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.